That's like the number one thing that stops people from being really who they want to be, putting out what kind of content they want to put out, is the fear of being made fun of or what people are going to think.
Today we are styling a pencil dress.
Let's style this vintage clown costume.
Let's style these boots the frog way. Just pull this net down, and here is the final look.
Hi, Out of Style. I'm Sara Camps. I'm a 28-year-old fashion content creator based out of Toronto, Canada. I mainly put focus on sustainable fashion, shopping secondhand, feeling comfortable in your own style, and figuring out your own personal style journey. Today, I'm wearing a fun little clown core beret, which is from the brand Kina and Tam, but my friend David Ross-Lawn did this little fun collab with them. A Vaquera cone bra, very Madonna, my Mother Mary tie, and my matching tights. These are from a brand called Shop Heaven and Hell. My plaid set here is from a New York City-based brand, Damson Matter. My purse from Magic Society. My rings are all vintage, and then my earrings are from an Instagram called Later Operator, and some Margiela Tabby silver shoes. What inspires my style the most is obviously feeling good and happy with what I'm wearing and the way I look, but a lot of the time I think about how like the younger version of me would dress or want to dress, and I kind of roll with that. I think it keeps things really fun, almost a little bit nostalgic, which I really like. So one of my first ever outfit videos that I posted on TikTok was a full dog printed jacket, blazer, and then I had shorts. It was bonkers. And I remember being so nervous, first of all, posting that, and then secondly, actually wearing it out. I know I wore it out to a friend's house, and I was meeting like my partner's friends for the first time, and I was like, they're gonna think I'm so weird. But I wore it, and it was my first viral video that went crazy on TikTok. My friends loved it. People that love you for you are gonna love you no matter what. That was like a starting point for me, and it's something that kind of made me realize like, oh, I really can do this, and I really don't care that much about what people think. And it's kind of like that video that for me really started it all, and I even like to look back at it sometimes or just that outfit, which I obviously keep near and dear to me now, and I just get to see how much I've even grown as a person. Like, you can literally see my confidence grow in each video from that. So let that be a lesson to just put yourself out there. When I first started posting my outfits online, I definitely received a lot more negativity than I do now, and I think a lot of that is because people almost get angry or like to make fun of things that they can't really like comprehend themselves, or they think is too out of the norm, too weird. But honestly, I also think that if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be where I am today. I also wouldn't be where I am with how I feel about myself, how confident I am in what I wear, and also just not caring about what other people think. That's like the number one thing that stops people from being really who they want to be, putting out what kind of content they want to put out, is the fear of being made fun of or what people are going to think. And at the end of the day, you can go ahead. At the end of the day, I always tell my followers, just like I like to remind myself, is it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It only matters what you think about yourself. That's the only person you need to please and get dressed up for any day of the week. So I think that like my advice to people too scared to put themselves out there right now is baby steps, because it takes time to feel confident and feel comfortable putting yourself out there and being the real you. Don't be hard on yourself, but also you have to make those steps or you won't get to where you want to be. Like, you're the only person that's going to be holding yourself back. A lot of the clothes that we donate to thrift stores, secondhand stores, resale stores. Because there's so much excess, not all of that is actually being put out on the floor. Actually, a lot of it ends up in landfills, shipped out to third world countries where that just piles up, and that's causing all of our environmental issues. I'm not saying throw it in the trash, but I think there are other ways that can be even more sustainable than just donating back to a thrift store. Upcycling is a great way. On my social media, I have a few lists of sustainable designers that I love, and that's something that I'm very passionate about, is wearing and representing all of my sustainable designer friends who make pieces that last literally a lifetime, which is something that you don't get when you shop fast fashion. And not only that, it's usually they're one of a kind, so you're the only person in the world that has it, which is super cool. And you're also supporting clothes that are made ethically, that have workers that are being paid proper wages. I sleep better knowing that that's all being done with the pieces that I purchase. Another great way, if you aren't into or don't have the ability to upcycle yourself, is to do clothing swaps with friends, which is another great way. It's something I've been doing now for at least a year. I have a Facebook page in Toronto where a group of us will do like a little clothing swap once a month. And it's nice because you get to see pieces that you don't wear still be worn by someone that you know, like a friend or a neighbor. And it's almost like it stays within your lifetime too, which is really cool. I have a very sentimental attachment like to a lot of my pieces. So for me, I love being able to see them once I've given them a new life. Something that I'm still working on is my own sewing skills. I'd love to be able to make a lot of my own pieces too, but sometimes just a quick little DIY can do the trick. So also another tip for trying to be sustainable that doesn't even really require too much other than just kind of thinking outside the box a little bit is wearing your pieces different ways than the original intended way to wear them. I think a lot of people are so stuck on, oh, a shirt can only be a shirt. And it's like, no, it can also be a skirt, or it can be tied around backwards, and all of a sudden you have a whole different top. I think just getting creative with it too, which I know that sounds intimidating, but sometimes it might seem silly, but it actually looks super cool. So just have fun with it. Thank you for stepping out of style with me. If there is one piece of advice I could leave you with, I would say never be afraid to be yourself, because there is only one you. Sara Camp signing off.